That is intoxicating. The exhaust on the Toyota Supra, the stock exhaust, is very impressive. Usually you have to upgrade your downpipe, your catback, to have something sound as good as this. So I'm really impressed. With that said, in our last video, I went through 10 different performance exhausts available for the Mark V Toyota Supra. And in this video, we're going to touch on the performance downpipes that are available. And there's a slew of them. There's a whole bunch. And I've put this in a nice, neat chart, so you don't have to write this down. You don't have to try to memorize all this. Even in comfort mode, even in normal mode, it sounds good. From my research, it does appear that you can get some performance gains. You can get some additional horsepower and torque from upgrading your downpipe. That the downpipe in any turbocharged car seems to be a restriction. You have your catalytic converter in your downpipe, and while that's great for emissions, not so great for exiting the exhaust flow in as quick a manner as possible. So what most people end up doing is they upgrade to a larger diameter downpipe so that you can increase the flow. And the downpipes are usually catted or catless. So what manufacturers do is they put in a larger catalytic converter in that downpipe to increase the flow, or they put a freer flowing catalytic converter. I mentioned that first off because that's going to be your first decision. Do you want a high flowing downpipe with or without a cat, right? And then you go on from there. There's a high likelihood that you're going to smell all that exhaust gases because they're not being converted from the catalytic converter. And as such, especially if you have the window down, you potentially could be smelling that, and it's not a good smell. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing, turning on notifications so that you're made aware of future videos. I have a lot of content in the works for our newest project car, this 2023 Toyota GR Supra. This is one of 2 project cars. So just a reminder that our other project car is a 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Touring. And I mentioned that just in case you subscribe and you do turn on the notifications and you see a video that has a Honda Accord and you're wondering what the hell did I sign up for, we do have 2 project cars. Now, one of the things some people experience when they upgrade their downpipe is a CEL, a check engine light that comes on, due to the fact that the car has recognized that you've changed out something to do with the downpipe, that with placement of the oxygen sensor, the efficiency of the catalytic converter, and it's going to throw a code. So some of the downpipes out there are made in such a way to prevent you from having a CEL code throw on your dash. Others, you would need to get a tune and go into that tune and be able to disable that check engine light. So that's the second thing you should probably think about when getting a downpipe. So when we're taking a look at the chart under CEL, take that with a grain of salt. I've heard even some of these downpipes that have indicated you wouldn't get a check engine light, that people have experienced some. Next would be the pipe diameter. How big is it? We're trying to get a bigger pipe, a bigger diameter downpipe, so that the gases, the exhaust gases, are flowing that much freer. So you can see here that they range from a whopping 5 inches to, on average, 4.5 inch downpipe. And you should know that for some of these, the diameter is straight through. So where it connects to the turbo, all the way to where it would connect to your catback exhaust. Others are tapered. And some of these are tapered in such a manner that they're made to connect to your stock exhaust. So you should be on the lookout. If you only plan on running a stock exhaust, make sure you get one that has that taper or has the adapter for it. And for those of you who are looking for a downpipe that has a catalytic converter, you want to know what type of catalytic converter it is or how much it flows. And I have on the chart here, some of the manufacturers identify the number of cells ranging from 200 to 400. The higher number, the more compact those cells, the more restrictive it would be, like for like. You do have to take into consideration the size of the catalytic converter, the type of catalytic converter, and I think for all of these they're GESI, and then the number of cells. Most of the downpipes on this list offer the attachment bracket like the OEM does and the flex section. There's a handful of them that do not offer the bracket. I'm not sure why. Personally, I don't know if it's absolutely needed, but I would feel more comfortable having that bracket there just in case. And then there's pricing. The price for these downpipes run from under $1,000 to almost $2,000, just like the prices for the exhausts. The NAs on the chart, I did reach out to the manufacturer to see if we can get that information because it is not provided on the websites. I would like to call out Akrapovich. They did respond, however, they refused to provide the information. Whether you think some of the more expensive downpipes are worth it or not, that's totally up to you. I personally think that, just looking for a larger diameter, freer flowing catalytic converter, one that doesn't trigger my CEL, will fit my needs. And of course, one that'll mate up to the exhaust, whether it's the stock exhaust or the exhaust that we're considering purchasing. But if you've purchased one already, please let us know in the comments below whether you like it, whether it's triggered in CEL, whether you think that it has given you gains in horsepower and torque without a tune. Let us know your thoughts to help people make a decision for themselves. I want to thank you very much for joining, and until next time.